Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, Moxen or Moxes. And I'm going to talk about my top 5 Moxen. And I do know that it's quite a controversial topic. You will definitely disagree with me, but bear in mind that I have no particular criteria for these. This is just my personal emotional decision, how I feel about these, what I like about them. And I'm not going to focus on the power level or on the art that they have got or on the prevalence of these cards in any decks. So it's going to be a free form, discussion of these cards. And also it's a way for me to talk about these marvelous wooden pieces that, as I think, based on the Wizards produced poker chips that were perhaps made of plastic, these are made of wood, and they were sent to me by a person who sold me some sealed product as a gift. So thank you. I didn't inquire much about them, so I don't know the exact story of these. I think these are handmade, so it's really nice. So my daughter and I colored them, and this is just a way to talk about the particular colors of magic. So anyway, without any further ado, let's talk about the first Mox that is here, number 5, I would say. And here is the piece I was talking about. So yes, as you can see, they were just like that, and we painted them just as a nice piece of memorabilia. I know it's not perfect, but it's really fun. It's just nice to have that huge and a symbol made of wood. Really nice. Can be used as a coaster, I guess. But let's focus our attention on the Mox. So the Mox is probably one of the most iconic, if not the most iconic artifacts. I mean, the Moxen themselves. I think they are probably the best idea of an artifact. They convey the idea of artifacts in Magic better than anything else. Of course, we know that Black Lotus is actually more famous. Even people who don't know anything about magic have heard of the Black Lotus just because of how expensive it is. However, Black Lotus, in my personal opinion, is not one of those artifacts. When you say artifacts, you don't really think about Lotus because Lotus gets sacrificed. It's not something that you use, and it's not even an artifact. I guess it's just a flower, isn't it? So I don't know. The truth is that these are the great ideas of what artifacts can feel like. They are incredibly powerful. They do something that should not be done. They definitely feel like some ancient piece of jewelry. They feel like something that has magical power, and if you just show it to somebody who doesn't play magic, they will understand that there's something special about them. Maybe it's also because we are attracted to gems. We do know the value of gemstones, and we do understand that they are intended to be something precious, something really, really expensive and incredibly rare to find. So if we talk about Mox Emerald itself, I think that it has some of the most amazing shapes here. I really do like the emerald itself. I like the golden chain here. If you look at it, you actually do understand that it can easily be worn around your neck. And this kind of beast, it is something that is the embodiment of the green color. And even, oops, sorry. And even if we look at the, let me put it back here. So getting back to the card, even if we look at these parts of the card, these are like fangs or claws, I don't know, and that still give you the idea of the red color and its primal might, so to say. So absolutely amazing. The reason why I'm not such a huge fan of the green Mox, and I don't know, the green color in old school Magic perhaps in general, is that green has a lot of mana acceleration. So this was one of the last Moxen that I actually got, and I was purchasing them in 2018, in early 2018. And I just think that we have got Birds of Paradise, we have got Llanowar Elves. So for green, it's not something really unique to be able to use man acceleration. But well, still, of course, it's a nice piece. I mean, getting a Mox is always like some kind of a nice event. You just draw it, and of course, in late game, it's not something that you always want, but there are a lot of interesting things that you can do with them. You can sacrifice them to Atox or Yagmoth Demon, and there are some interesting shenanigans, such as exchanging your Mox for your opponent's, let's say, powerful creature, let's say Juggernaut, when you have got Juxtapose. So yeah, there are a lot of things you can do. And don't forget that Moxen can be countered with Spell Blast for 0. Actually, a lot of people forget about that, but it is something I have done quite a lot, and let me tell you, it can be rather good play. So anyway, this is the green Mox, and it's definitely a great piece in terms of the shape. Now, if we continue talking about the shape, I absolutely love the shape of Mox Ruby. Mox Ruby, by looking at it, we can say that it feels more like a conventional piece of jewelry. I mean, the green Mox is really nice, but you wouldn't really see a typical person wearing this. It has to be something more or less informal, but this one is worthy of some super important gala, I don't know. It feels a little bit extravagant, but if you look at it, you even see all of the parts of this ruby. You can even see how the light shines through them. You can see this, so to say, play of light, and it's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It does not, however, I believe, give you a clear idea of how big this gemstone is supposed to be. Maybe as opposed to the green Mox, I don't know how to put it, but I guess you understand what I mean, is that we don't really see the size of it. But the red Mox, I don't know, the red Mox is of course something I would usually put in a deck if I play red, but it doesn't feel as crucial as for many other colors, and I cannot pinpoint exactly why. Maybe because sometimes we're interested in having mountains themselves, for instance with Gauntlet of Might. Maybe because I think that red already has a great and optimal curve. It's really not easy for me. Maybe because I often play mono red, and in mono red I don't like to put off-color Moxen, so I will usually have only one Mox, and 1 out of 60 cards is not something you will usually count on. Difficult to say, but anyway, this was not the first Mox that I got. This was probably the third Mox that I got. Yeah, that's right. This was the third Mox that I got. This one was the last one. So yeah, it is nice. No, I do love color red. This is not a discussion of what colors in Old School Magic I actually like, and I'm really interested in what you like. So please tell me in the comments about your favorite Moxen, which of them you already own, which of them you are planning to purchase maybe, and the order in which you have acquired them. That will be interesting. Next one is Mox Jet. Mox Jet, I would say, is perhaps my least favorite gemstone here. Well, first of all, because what is a jet, right? If we talk about, let's just talk about gemstones. So when I say gemstones, what gemstones do you usually think about? I don't know, you think about a diamond, you think about perhaps a topaz, and I don't know why there is no Mox Topaz. As far as I'm aware, there is no card like that. Of course, you'll think about a ruby, a sapphire, an emerald perhaps, and maybe a couple more, maybe an amber, I don't know. Amber is not really that expensive, is it? But the jet is just simply not a very famous piece of jewelry. I mean, it's not something that people really use, and even if we talk about some black gemstones, jet is not the first thing that comes to mind. I don't know. Anyway, the thing is that there is this absolutely beautiful background, which we have partially discussed, but we'll get back to this incredibly interesting topic really soon, in several weeks from now, maybe even earlier. And I want to say that Mox Jet was the fourth Mox that I got, and my rationale for that, and you know, I've always had very interesting relationship with the black color. this is one of the colors of Magic that I always felt was good and strong, but it's just that I couldn't really play it. I cannot say that I have ever had a really good competitive deck with black, and of course, well, there was some black splash and so on, but you know, perhaps it was an addition to the blue decks that I had. And so many times I have tried to do different decks. I don't know, black and white. I have tried to do, for example, green and black or mono black, and especially mono black. You know, no matter how many times I have tried to do mono black, I failed in any kind of format. Back in the days of Extended, which is now closer to pre-modern, and a bit later, and in Legacy, I tried to run some decks with black as the primary color. So I don't know. I haven't been really successful with that. I do have a nice mono black reanimator from Premodern, so can show you in the future. But anyway, now we're talking about 93, 94. So black, as you know, is probably the best color for splash in old school Magic. We can splash for Demonic Tutor, for Mind Twist. We can use some other interesting and important cards, such as what can we use? Well, we can obviously use at least Underworld Dreams, but this is not really splashable. But we do have some nice, you know, mono black cards and so on. So okay, I'm just starting to digress. What I wanted to talk is why I did not get Mox Jet as one of my top priorities. And this is an international edition, isn't it? Yeah, it's even an international edition. I always knew to get an international edition when there was no difference in price to international collector's edition. Anyway, what I want to say is that Mox Jet was not my first priority, because I always thought that in black we have got Dark Ritual. And I always said to myself, okay, you have got Dark Ritual. This usually means that if you need some fast mana, you will be able to do it with the help of Dark Ritual. So this was my rationale. And the idea was simply that for black, it's not something unique to have, right? Just like for green. Of course, green doesn't have immediate effect, well, unless you have Concordant Crossroads and such. But anyway, I wanted to say that for green, mana acceleration is not uncommon, and neither it is for black. So that was my rationale for that. However, the Mox Jet is definitely very important, loved by everyone. The stone is, I don't know, a little bit disappointing, maybe because of the jet itself. I don't know what to say about this one. Next one, we have got Mox Pearl. Mox Pearl. So, the pearl itself is a really beautiful card. When I look at it, I don't even feel that it is a pearl, because it does not have various pinkish and greenish shades. If we just look at the gemstone, to me it feels a little bit more like something made out of glass, or maybe even, I don't know, some kind of a unpolished diamond. Don't know how to put it, but what I absolutely love about this particular depiction of the jewelry is that here we have got this little golden part, and it feels beautiful to me. I don't know. The background is a little bit sandy, if I can say so, a little bit grayish. I don't know. It's perhaps not the most amazing background to look at, but I feel it has a perfect combination with the frame of the card. So this is the part I really like. And overall, I think that Mox Pearl is a really important card. When I wanted to build my decks, this was the second card that I got. I mean, the second Mox that I purchased, because I always knew that I had to play white and another color, guess which one, to be competitive. And we're not even talking about the deck. I actually had very many different combinations like that. But the idea is that Mox Pearl is one of the cards I have always enjoyed. White is always good for splash, and you know, I had this amazing feeling when I simply had, it was, you know, much earlier than me getting a lot of staples and being able to build some powerful decks. I was just playing White Weenie, and they said, okay, I have got this Mox, so I can finally play my White Weenie, which was my second deck. The first deck was Merfolk, and I just wanted to play White Weenie with the Mox so badly, and I could finally do that. So that was great. Very nice, very nice. A White Knight on turn 1 with this. How cool is that? So that's Moxen Pearl. And of course, I know that I'm not being original when I say that my favorite Mox is Box Sapphire. And of course, we know that blue was supposed to be. It's not coincidental, right? It's not just because everybody likes it. But Richard Garfield himself said that he always felt that blue was a special color of magic. It is the most magical color of colors of magic, if we could say so. And I don't know. It really has got some special treatment. It always have had a lot of special treatment. People either love it or hate it. I don't know. I haven't seen people who are really impartial about blue, be it in old school magic or in general. People love or hate blue. This is just my personal idea. Some people think that all those counter spells and things that change the way that the game is played unfair, and that's why they're not, you know, contributing to the fun factor. But of course, a lot of people value blue for some amazing combinations that it gives us. One of the most intricate colors that exists there. So I personally love blue and always have loved it. Speaking of Mox Sapphire, I think it also has got the best shape of them all. This is, I would say, diamond shaped, 6 sides, right? Oh no, wait, not 6 but 5. I'm not that good at math, but so yeah, kind of a pentagon, right? And these amazing golden edges, and again you can see that Dan Fraser went an extra mile with this one. It's definitely the most beautiful shape of them all. It's really the most detailed shape of them all, let's just say so, because yeah, that's definitely really amazing, original, really cool. Like it a lot. Can you imagine, by the way, it would be a nice idea to just take the pictures, try and swap the colors in Photoshop, and see how they would feel. For example, how would Mox Sapphire feel if we changed its color, let's say, to red? Or how would Mox Ruby feel if we changed these various shades of red to various shades of green? I think that's actually an interesting idea. Maybe even somebody can do a proxy of these just for fun to see how they would look. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Here are my 5 Moxen, and I would like to know what you think of these choices, so to say. How would you rate your Moxen? How would you say you like them? I mean, in what order? That would be really interesting to discuss. In the meanwhile, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.